we get like there. Talk to me about help. Let me help you guys too. I mean, honestly, I'm happy to help with stuff. I mean, contact me and let me know what you guys are interested in. And I know people in town or elsewhere that are doing what you like to do. And it's all about finding that right person that you can link up with and make something happen with. Yeah.
So what's your connection with the Big Idea Lab? What do you do for them?
Yeah, so I'm an advisor for them. The guy who invested in and is kind of running it was one of our past investors into DECA. So he's the one that started it. And the whole goal of that place is just to basically spur innovation in town, because there really isn't much. So that's why we're doing that. And my whole thing is just trying to get talent in there too. I mean, I want to get as many people that have some drive. Because I feel like not many people in this town or this school have a drive, which sucks. I feel like a damn caffeine addict just running around everywhere. But no, but it's that's the whole goal of it, is just to allow people like you that have an idea or are driven to be able to start something. Yeah.
So a follow-up question to that is, when you're working with someone, how do you know you have something? Like, how do you differentiate like a good idea from a bad idea? Because a lot of times,
versus a bad idea?
Yeah, a lot of times people are they have a good idea and they think it's a good idea, but it's terrible. And so, how do you get people to sort of be objective about that?
Yeah, well, think about ideas. So, I mean, there's a shitload of good ideas. I mean, everyone has a good idea. Like, okay, this idea for this leather-bound site wasn't an amazing idea. I mean, honestly, it's not. I mean, it's not a groundbreaking idea that no one's ever thought of before. The only difference was that we decided to run with it. And that's a key deciding factor in all this stuff, is deciding to do it rather than not do it, or just talk about it. I'm very much a doing person. When I say I'm going to do something, I do it. Or when I have something in my mind, I do it. And when I do stuff and I mess up, I mess up. It's okay, right? I mean, the biggest thing is doing stuff. So you have to learn somehow, and you aren't going to learn any other way than doing that. So to get back to your question, sorry, I tangent like crazy. In terms of figuring out whether an idea is viable or not, I mean, that's something that's just kind of a judgment call, I guess. I mean, you can do obviously market research and stuff and try to figure out what type of market there is out there, search competitors. Yeah, I mean, business model too is important. Figure out how you're going to make money off of it. It's crazy. Tech's crazy. Like, there's so many VCs that plug money into something that just has users, and it's so user heavy. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, I mean, Facebook, for example. Value. Yeah, I mean, value is based per user, which is insane. It's not actual money. I mean, these companies are selling for billions of dollars for having a couple 100 million users. So yeah, it's crazy. But that's very much in the dream world type stuff. I mean, you got to worry about making money right away. But that's steps beyond. The biggest thing is just finding the right people and trying to get involved in something. Or shit, you don't have to start something of your own. Just find someone that has started something of their own and get involved. To be honest, I might have someone take on Leatherbound just because I can. So I mean, it's just doing that. I mean, reaching out to me or knowing me and being able to get plugged in.
This is a two-part question. How many developers did you have work on Leatherbound? Because you said the whole site was created from nothing in 48 hours?
Yeah.
How many developers?
2.
Wow.
You guys are nuts.
Yeah, because I mean, how do you? Because I know, like, I've worked on a couple things, and sometimes you get developers who'll be like, yeah, that'll take like 3 months or something. Like, how do you find people who are able to create something from nothing in
Well, they're really good. I mean,
2 days?
They're really good. I mean, they weren't always that good, but they got really good.
Okay.
You probably aren't going to be able to find someone
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But if you have someone that has the chops, though, that is able to develop a site, like, work with them. Someone that at least, has some technical skill, they're going to get better and they're going to get quicker.
Okay.
The site was actually pretty easy to develop just because we were piggybacking off Amazon and iBooks API. So it's pretty simple. We just plug it in and we pull their info into our site. So that was a pretty simple idea. But usually, I mean, these guys in the CS department can hack something together pretty quick.
So your advice would be find developers, stick with them, and as they get better,
Well, I mean,
work with them later.
yeah, I mean, you
If
have
they're
to
good.
they're good. I mean, if they have some type of a knowledge.
But you're still working with developers you met at Tango years.
Yeah,
So it's been a long lasting.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, those are all just relationships that we built right off the bat.
And then I also had a question about angel investing, like with both Tatango and like Leatherbound,
Mm-hmm.
like what do you guys need angel investing for? Like what are the costs aside from like your hosting and your stuff like that? Like,
Yeah, well, I mean-
why not just run it? You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
how do you grow? What's
Yeah.
the money?
Well, yeah. It's I mean, it's a decision of deciding to really tread against water and try to grow it gradually,
Right.
or getting a cash infusion and really trying to ramp up.
Mhm.
And that's what we decided to do. And you know, basically what that pays for is our salary. You know, obviously you gotta pay yourself too. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you can't be working for free. You get burnt out. I mean, you need to have some type of compensation. Granted, it wasn't much, but you gotta have some type of compensation, and so do the employees that you hire. So I mean, that was used for that. Then also marketing budget too. I mean, you have to have a decent marketing budget to really get some traction. But we didn't use too much money on that. I mean, it gave us our runway. I mean, we ran with that money for 2.5 years.
Are you talking about Tatango?
Yeah. So I mean, we used that money for a long time. But you can definitely.
Didn't they just get more?
I think. I mean, I kind of pulled myself out of it a little bit. So. That's the other thing too, is that sometimes shit doesn't work, right? I mean, like sometimes you just don't. After, I mean, I've spent 2 years with this guy for like, you know, for 90-hour weeks. I put it time in. You know, we just, you know, all of a sudden just didn't click and went our separate ways, and it's hard. I thought that was the end of the world, honestly. But you learn really quickly that if you're able to bounce back, and if you have the drive and the hustle and everything, nothing can really stop you from doing what you want to do. So I'm in a much better place than I was, you know, 8 months ago, I guess it is now. So. Is that enough of me
How
blabbing?
we doing? No, that's great. Any other questions? All right, thank you very much.
Thanks.